So today we're going to be demonstrating the uses for a few of our heated ice dam prevention products, our heated gutter guard and our eave and valley panels. They can all be seen at versascreengutterprotection.com, all one word, so you can be able to find our products there, data sheets, installation, photos, and the like, so you can see how our products are used. But this is going to be a kind of a tutorial on what goes where, so that you are better educated when you look at our products. So today we're going to be looking at our eave panel. It features our heavyweight aluminum extrusion through which the heat cable is routed, and a cover panel that tucks neatly up underneath the shingles, provides continuous eave edge melting, as well as our valley panel too. And that's based on the same aluminum extrusion. This can go on a metal W valley, which is popular in some parts of the country, or on a woven valley, and that's what we'll see demonstrated here. If it's going to be installed on a metal W valley, all we do is put a little bit of adhesive right on this channel, which is specifically designed to fit on a metal W valley. Otherwise, the adhesive goes on the bottom there. So that's what we're going to be demonstrating for you today, as well as our heated gutter guard, the VersaScreen IceBlaster, and the different versions of that. So first of all, we're going to take a look at our valley panel. Now we pre-glued this extrusion, so stay put while we're doing our installation. It's a good idea to do this ahead of time. So we put a little bit of adhesive down, and it sticks right down to our to the shingles, especially at the high spots here. Still allows the water to flow through and around and everything, so it's not going to create a water dam. It's just for ice dam prevention. And so you'll want to put that on ahead of time so that the sealant, the adhesive, has time to set up and stay in place for you. So you get those in place. The next thing you're going to do is install the valley panel, or the eave edge panel, which will go on like that. And I have provided screws. Now as this is going, it's going to get a little noisy, so please excuse that. So we've got and there's countersunk holes in the cover of the panel, which are designed to work with the fluted screws so that everything is held securely. So you don't want to overdrive the panel. You get hit, raises and lowered in areas, especially if your roof is kind of up and down. But the extrusion is sufficiently stiff enough so that it will take secure fastening. And then we've got the panel for the other side of the valley here. Okay, once those are fastened into place, it's time to route the heat cable. Now, this is going to be a general video. It's not meant to be a comprehensive installation video. It'll just kind of show you how things work. You'll notice we observe the minimum bend radius of the heat cables. That's important so you don't overstress the cable. And all heat cables have a minimum bend radius. Unfortunately, there are heat panels on the market that don't always observe those minimum bend radiuses, so you get some real stress on the cable May not matter in year one, but as the cable continues to work year after year, it can develop what's known as cold spots. And then, of course, there would be sufficient length of heat cable also to heat trace the gutter, because whatever we're melting up here, we want to keep melted in the bottom of the gutter. And then heat cable would also be routed down any downspouts or the closest downspout in the area if you're just doing a localized installation, maybe to a valley inside corner here. Or if you're doing a whole long run, then the whole gutter would be heat traced, and any downspouts down to either grade where the water can drain out above grade, or looped down into any drain tiles below the frost line so that all the water could stay, the melted water could stay liquid. Once we've then run all of our panels here, the base panels, the heat cables, then what we want to do is install the cover panels. Now we've got these already pre-cut, and what you'll do is this second course of shingles here, you want to make sure you loosen up the seal. Most easily done in the morning before the sun gets on it. So go ahead and break the seal there, and then the panel comes out underneath. We've already got some gauge completely the panel there. And then what you want to pay attention to then is where to drill through, where things are drilled through, because we've got heat cables up here and down there. So directly in the center of the panel is where we want to drill for that. So we'll get this one set. Then once you go through, we provide color-matched rivets that can be used to fasten down the panel with a rivet gun. There's a real advantage to that. By using rivets to hold everything down, what we have then is very good and tight contact with the panel, with the base panel, which provides for conduction of heat. We don't require fastening up above here. You can imagine with especially the newer style shingles, how brittle these can become, especially if they've been on the roof for a couple of years. Breaking and then being able to have to lift that up and get fasteners down through there can be a difficult proposition. So we don't require that. We fasten the base panel down, and then the cover panel gets fastened right to it. Okay, and then get the next panel in place. That would get riveted down as well. And then the valley also comes with a cover panel. Some good sheet metal practices in there as well. Cutting perhaps like an arrowhead or triangle at the top of it. It just allows for more leaves to be able to slide off whatever would collect up in there. And then that just gets snapped on. And it engages the box right down as well. So that's engaged. We've got good heating everywhere. The cables are protected from UV degradation. It's a really nice system. So eave panel for along the eaves or gutter line, valley panel for in the valleys, or it can be run up alongside a dormer around chimney. If there was a chimney in the area, it can be routed around that as well. Very efficient system that way. When we look at our heated gutter guard line, we just do some disassembly and show you those products as well. Everything is fabricated precisely. We've got a full-service sheet metal shop, computerized equipment that's used to fabricate everything. We stock thousands of feet of heat cable for ready shipment, quick shipment. Get this stuff out of the way so we can gutter guard as well. So we'll leave the valley panel in place since it's glued down. Okay, so we'll show you some of the components to our heated gutter guard system, the VersaScreen IceBlaster. What we've got is, there's 3 versions of this product, as well as it can be used in conjunction with our eave panels, and then the front edge heating, which is known as IceBlaster DE. What I've got here is an aluminum extrusion. This is our roof edge, or RE extrusion, and what that's designed to do is slip underneath the first course of shingles, and it houses a heat cable. So that would be installed firstly with the system. So be left out. The self-regulating heat cable would get snapped into the channel, and this channel is specifically designed for our self-regulating heat cable. The heat cable we use is by New Heat. We've got different wattage variations, which allows for a different heat output based on where you live and expected snowfalls and temperatures and all of that. We could provide design assistance. But that cable then gets snapped down into this channel, and then it gets held in place with aluminized tape to seal the cable in, make sure there's good heat conduction. We'll just snap this out of there. And so you would go through, route the heat cable, include any valley panels that might be necessary, route it again in the bottom of the gutter and down any downspouts. Once you've got the heat cable in, that panel is slid up underneath the shingles. That heat cable then will warm this panel, but it's also designed to warm our gutter protection as well. And so the gutter protection then, the VersaScreen Pro, is really a nice product. It can be customized for whatever the application, whether it's flat roofs, metal roofs, we'll show you that in a little bit. Steep pitched roofs, this product can simply be bent to the appropriate angle so that it doesn't have to lie real steep on the gutter. As the gutter pitches out, in some parts of the country they pitch the gutters or slope them to downspouts, and so all of that adjusts how a gutter guard will lay on there. And so this, the VersaScreen Pro is incredibly adaptable for whatever is necessary. So you've got that pre-trimmed, so you install the VersaScreen Pro. It comes with self-tapping screws that are color matched. So that would go down if we're just putting on the RE version, the IceBlaster RE. We can go ahead and fasten this cover down. Otherwise, if we're also adding our drip edge, which is this here, so it means for the drip edge of the gutter heating out here, this can be a real advantage, especially if icicles are a concern or heavier snow melting capacities. A lot of times you can get a drift of snow that overhangs the gutter, and that's called a cornice. If we're just heating back here, you may get a kind of a shell here, but it doesn't do anything to what's out here. With our DE flashing, it gives more heat out at that front edge and can help minimize or eliminate even that cornicing effect. This is something exclusive to our heated gutter guard as well, our whole system. So then the heat cable that was part of the rest of it is looped through. It's put on top of the gutter guard, and then our DE flashing completely encapsulates it. So there's no gutter guard exposed here, It's heavy gauge aluminum that we manufacture this out of, so you get great conduction, great heat transfer throughout all of the products. So everything is covered, it's protected, it's designed to work well. We address the roof edge, we can address the drip edge or outer edge of the gutter, we address the bottom of the gutter, as well as any downspouts. The nice thing about this product too is it can be used in conjunction with our valley panels, so the heat cable could be routed up and through there as part of the system as well. So we've got you covered in no matter what you want. So we see there, we've already covered the eave panels and valley panels that can be used with or without the gutter guard. Our heated gutter guard, the IceBlaster RE, DE, and in concert the Pro. And now let's take a look at a different application for our gutter guard as well. If we come over to the other side of our display here. So a lot of different types of roofing out there, and there's some types of roofing where it's just not possible to slide a gutter guard up underneath the shingle. And most often that happens with metal roofing. There's some other applications as well. Some types of cedar roofing, maybe tile, might be an application as well where it's more difficult to do that, to actually get it up and underneath there. So one of the advantages of the Versa screen is, again, how versatile it is. This can be break formed to account for this. So the back can be sheared off, it can be bent down, and that allows it to rest right on the internal supports or the internal hidden hangers of your gutter system and tuck up right underneath the edge of your panel. That also can protect the gutter more when you get the snow that slides off or cascades off of the metal roof. The gutter guard provides a surface that it can move across the roof on. So it's popular for that as well. Also, if a heated system is needed, then our DE comes in, or our drip edge comes in handy with that as well, so that it can be installed. So you'd route the heat cable in the bottom of the gutter down the downspouts. You'd leave a section out or exposed so that the remainder of it could be run on top of the gutter guard. Very simple, very easy installation. So your gutter guard would go in. Wouldn't put any fasteners in it at that point in time, but then the heat cable from the rest of the system could be routed right on top, and then the DE flashing would be installed over that to house that heat cable completely, and it would get fastened down again with those color-matched self-tapping hex head screws. So we see some options there, some various types of installations with our product. The Versa screen doesn't need to be heated. It comes in the Versa Screen Pro as well, so it can be just installed in areas that don't need ice dam prevention. Perhaps you never see ice dams. A great product for that. But it's also can be fitted with our heated options, the RE, the DE, or the IceBlaster Pro for complete ice dam prevention. So thank you for taking the time to view this video. Hopefully you've got a little better education on where and how our products are used. Stay tuned, we've got plenty of videos on our channel at Wisconsin Ice Dam Solutions on YouTube. You can visit noicedams.com for detailed information on our installation company located in southeast Wisconsin. We cover the state of Wisconsin. We also have companies and contractors throughout the country that handle our products as well. Notably installations in Illinois, in Minnesota. We've got New England covered, and we're adding contractors all the time that can support those additional areas as well. So thanks again for taking the time to view our video.